As we walked through the park near our home, we accidentally heard the cries of puppies. Following the sound, we discovered a hole dug for planting a tree. Peering inside, we saw the mother dog and her newborn puppies. There were 5 of them, and they seemed to have been born just a few hours earlier. The fur of the 5 puppies was still wet, and their little bodies shivered from the cold. The 5 puppies cried out loudly from hunger and cold, while their mother helplessly pulled them close to her chest, trying to keep them warm. It was winter now, with daytime temperatures at minus 17 degrees Celsius, and it would drop further when night fell. Snow had fallen heavily, covering everything around us. The harsh weather was almost unbearable, even for her. We sat beside her and tried to talk to her. We attempted to get to know her, but she was very shy. We offered to help her and take her home, but she refused. She didn't want to move anywhere else. She just wanted to stay there with her puppies. So, we had no choice but to help her fix her family's home. We returned home and brought food, a pillow, and a thick blanket for her family. This would help keep her entire family warm. We placed some extra clothes beneath her so that her family wouldn't feel the cold. Then we used large pieces of plastic left by people to cover her home. Gradually, her shelter became more enclosed, preventing the cold winds from entering. We also decided to care for her family from that day forward. We would bring food for them twice a day and help clean their home daily. We also researched and selected the best foods for her family, preparing them in various dishes to bring to her. Each meal was nutritious, ensuring she had enough milk to feed her 5 growing puppies and keeping her health in the best possible condition. After 3 days, we were visiting her family twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening. Our presence gradually became familiar to them. When she saw what we had done, she slowly became more friendly towards us. She allowed us to get closer to her family, and now we were allowed to touch the puppies. Caring for her family became much easier. All 5 puppies were healthy at that time. They had enough milk and grew quickly. After 2 weeks, her entire family was in very good health. All 5 puppies had grown larger than before. According to the weather forecast, snow was expected to fall tomorrow, and temperatures would drop much lower than they were now. So, we arrived early to help her family check their home again. When we got there, we carried each puppy outside and began cleaning the entire area for them. We spread some old clothes underneath and placed plenty of straw on top to warm her family. We checked each puppy's health and were delighted to find that the 5 puppies had started to open their eyes. They could now see everything around them, and all 5 puppies were in very good health. After 3 weeks, the weather became colder, so we had to spend more time with her family. Although the puppies were older now, they were still very small and needed enough energy to cope with the cold weather. Therefore, we brought her more food, ensuring all the meals were of better quality. This was to make sure she had enough milk to feed her 5 puppies, who grew every day. Currently, the 5 puppies had started to crawl. They were very curious about everything around them, crawling all over their little home to explore. She never left their side, but was always there to care for her 5 puppies. With her motherly instincts, she didn't let any of her puppies crawl outside, as the air was too cold, and they wouldn't be safe. After 3 weeks, she also began to trust us more. The shyness and caution on her face disappeared, replaced by a bright smile whenever she saw us. However, somehow, she still didn't want to leave this place. After 1 month, the puppies had grown significantly. Each puppy now weighed 1 kilogram, and all 5 were at the walking stage. Another snowstorm was expected today, so we came again to prepare everything to help her family. We replaced their bedding with a thicker mattress and covered their little house entirely. After a thorough check, we sat down again and played with the 5 puppies. They were very friendly, as they had become accustomed to us. Watching the puppies grow made us incredibly happy. Now they were adorable, 5 puppies like little cotton balls that could soon move around. The 5 puppies could move after 5 weeks, and as usual, We brought her food every day. When she saw us, she ran to greet us with a bright smile. We offered her ready-made food and then sat beside her to talk. We wanted to get her family out of there because the little house had become too cramped. There was no longer enough space for her family. The 5 puppies needed a better living environment, but she still disagreed and left immediately afterward. However, she remained unconvinced and left right after that. It seemed she wanted to build a larger new home herself, but with her strength, that was impossible. She returned sadly and helplessly to where her puppies lay, sitting beside them and hugging them. Surprisingly, they really loved that and began tasting the milk we had brought. Seeing that, we poured more milk into the bowl for the 5 puppies. They started drinking, and within minutes, all the milk we had brought was gone. After 6 weeks, a major snowstorm was about to hit the city. Everyone had prepared everything and would stay home for now. We too would need to get her entire family to safety, so we brought them all to our home. But she didn't want to enter, her face filled with caution. She turned and left right after that, and we brought the 5 puppies to our home. Before welcoming her family, we prepared a special room for them, along with some gifts for the 5 puppies, a new shirt, and a coat to keep them warm. After an hour, there was a noise outside the door. When we went out to see who it was, we found she had returned. As soon as we opened the door, she hurried inside and hugged her 5 puppies. She looked lovingly at her 5 puppies and decided to stay here. We took her entire family to the room we had prepared for them. Here we had set everything up for her family. We bought them a very cozy little bed, and the floor of the room was also covered with carpet, allowing the 5 puppies to play comfortably without fear of the cold. We also equipped the room with a heater to help keep her entire family warm. When she saw what we had done for her family, she appeared very grateful. The guard on her face disappeared as she took her 5 puppies home and lay down to rest. The 5 obedient puppies followed their mother inside. Now the 5 puppies could walk and run, eager to explore everything around the house. Bringing her entire family to our home was the right choice. We could easily care for her family and let them play together anytime. For now, feeding her family remained a significant concern for us. We still spent a lot of time preparing every meal for them. The puppies could now start eating soft foods. We mixed milk and added some nuts to soften them, making it easier for the 5 puppies to eat and digest. After 2 months, the snowstorm had passed, and she and her 5 puppies gradually adjusted to life in our home. The puppies were now quite large. They had started eating different foods and no longer needed their mother's milk. This allowed her to rest and recover after raising her pups. Now, watching her children grow made her incredibly happy. In addition to taking care of them, we also bought many gifts for the 5 puppies. There was a small toy, which the 5 puppies loved very much. Currently, many kind people wished to adopt the 5 puppies, all of whom were our neighbors. After hearing the story of her family, they were eager to help. All offers were carefully considered by us. After thorough consideration, we decided to accept everyone's proposal. This was also the first puppy to be adopted. We gave the puppy a new shirt before going to its new home. A few minutes later, the neighbor came to take the puppy home, leaving its siblings to live a happier, more fulfilling life. We could also visit the puppy whenever we wanted, which was the condition set when anyone wanted to adopt the puppies. We hoped the puppy would soon settle into its new life and be happy. To preserve the memories of her family, we drew a picture featuring all family members. It would be a beautiful memory for each family member. After 4 months, we had only 1 puppy left. It had grown and could take care of itself. Today, we took it to the vet for a general health check. According to the results, its health was very good. We thanked the doctor and took it home. Finally, through her motherly instincts and personal efforts, she raised her puppies to adulthood. Now she could rest easy and enjoy life. At the end of each week, her family would gather. All the adopted puppies lived here, and we also arranged regular times to take her to visit her children. I hope that in the future, her family will continue to thrive finding joy and love in their new homes. The bond they share is strong, and the memories we created together will last a lifetime. As we watch the puppies grow, we feel a sense of fulfillment, knowing that we played a part in their journey. Each of them has a unique personality, and we cherish the moments we spend with them. They are not just animals, they are family. Every time we visit the adopted puppies, we see how happy they are in their new environments. Their new families shower them with love and care, and it warms our hearts to know they are safe and happy. The mother dog, too, has found peace in our home, where she can relax and enjoy her well-deserved rest. We continue to provide her with the best care, ensuring she remains healthy and happy. As the seasons change, we will always remember that winter when we found her and her puppies. It was a time of hardship, but also a time of love, compassion, and community. In the end, we learned that even the smallest acts of kindness can make a significant difference in the lives of those in need. We hope to inspire others to open their hearts and homes to animals in need, creating a world where every creature can feel safe, loved, and cherished. And so, our story of the mother dog and her puppies comes to a close, but their legacy will live on in our hearts and in the hearts of those who have welcomed them into their lives. Together, we will continue to advocate for animals, ensuring that no creature is left behind.